Okay, so how can you ramp up your testosterone? Very appropriate that I'm doing this video shirtless because it's like 30 degrees outside, which is vitamin D, and I'm going to talk about that as a supplement to increase your libido for guys and girls. So very, very appropriate and apt for today. Before I go into what supplements are going to ramp up your libido, ramp up your testosterone, ramp up your sex drive as a guy or a girl, the number one thing is making sure your nutrition on point. The same with any supplement. It supplements what you're missing in your nutrition that can move you to another level. So for example, if your nutrition is crap and you use muscle building supplements, you're not going to optimize your body's ability to build muscle. The same as if your nutrition is bad and you use fat burning supplements, they're not going to optimize your body's ability to burn fat. Libido boosting supplements and sex drive boosting supplements are the exact same. If your nutrition isn't right, those supplements are going to have a very, very negligible effect on your body. So the number one thing is make sure whatever nutrition strategy you're following, whether you're in a surplus or a deficit, or you're following keto, or you're doing clean eating, or you're doing paleo or IFYM, you're using real foods that work for your body, that give your body energy. You're avoiding processed ingredients, you're avoiding processed foods, you're avoiding fast food and trans fatty acids, all these things that are going to negatively affect your body's ability to have energy and affect your hormones in a negative way, your testosterone, your estrogen to some extent by having that too high, and all these other negative effects that have been shown from processed foods and trans fatty acids and fast foods. So that's number one. After that though, there are certain supplements you can add back in and certain lifestyle things you can do that can ramp your testosterone or ramp your sex drive or ramp your libido to the next level. This works for both genders. Number one is obviously on days of sun, make sure you get outside and get enough vitamin D. Vitamin D, particularly for guys, is a precursor for testosterone, so it means that your body's ability to produce testosterone is greatly inhibited if you don't have enough vitamin D. That's why people in countries that aren't as sunny tend to have a lower level of testosterone or can need to supplement it back in because they're not getting it from the sun. For example, I use the vitamin D every day. I went to my doctor, I get my bloods done every year, and my doctor said that I'm about 10 IUs deficient in vitamin D, so I supplement that back in. You can use a kind of a general recommendation, which is 5 to 10 IUs for most guys, but if you really want to get a good, accurate intake of what you need, go to your doctor, get your bloods done, and they'll tell you exactly, well, you're a bit low on vitamin D here, this is what you need to supplement back in. That goes for both genders and works tremendously well. So vitamin D is number one, so whether you get out in the sun or whether you supplement it back in is going to help you in both ways. The next supplement then is going to be zinc, which is one of the main ingredients that gets deficient in people that train. The reason that ZMA, which is a sleep supplement that athletes use or females use or guy trainers use, is because it speeds up recovery and can help you get into a deeper REM sleep, which is your rapid eye movement sleep. It's why people take zinc, ZMA, which is zinc, magnesium and vitamin B6 before they go to bed, because zinc is one of the first minerals that gets deficient in athletes. So supplementing it back in is very important. So not only will it help you get into a deeper sleep and improve your recovery, if you're deficient in zinc, your testosterone levels can also be lower. So you want to make sure that you bring that back up because zinc also works as a precursor for testosterone. So you need enough zinc in your body to be able to optimize your level of testosterone. Again, this works for both genders, just the levels are going to be completely different depending on a guy or a girl. Then the last one is one that I've used on my Snapchat regularly. And there's a supplement called Restore the Yang, which is a Chinese herb. And for anyone that's familiar with Chinese medicine, the yin and the yang, or the sexual energy of a man is your yang, the retrieving energy is a yin for a girl, and the Chinese herb Restore the Yang is mainly for guys to ramp up their sex drive. I talked about this in a Snapchat recently. If you have your nutrition on point and you're following a good regular training program where your hormones and everything are in balance, and you add this supplement in, it's pretty strong. The example I gave in my Snapchat was, everybody seems more attractive when you're taking the supplement. People that are a 4 move to a 6. People that are 6 move to an 8. 8 to a 10. That's what it does in terms of the way that you see things because of the strength of the Chinese herb. My advice would be to make sure you start the recommendation low with 1 tablet and then bump it up. I've gone as high as 6, but I'm 85 kilos, so it's weight dependent. I don't recommend going to 6, and I scaled it back and now I take 2 anytime that I feel that I need it. So it's one of those things that's strong to have on hand, but the main advice and takeaway, that one specifically for a guy, everything else is going to work for a girl, is getting your nutrition on point so that you get the optimal results when you do use these supplements. Get your vitamin D from the sun or from a supplement, add in zinc if you need it before bed or during the day, and then add in your Restore the Yang if you really need to bump things to the next level and you want to move everybody from a 4 to a 6 and do a Shallow Hal, the movie where he's walking around and sees overweight girls as all perfect 10s. Kind of springs to mind when I think of Restore the Yang. So maybe Google Shallow Hal and that'll kind of give you an idea, and I'll put a link as well to the supplement up above here. So hopefully this helps. Enjoy the summer. I hope the weather holds up for the entire day, and tag any friends below that need to ramp up their sex drive or could benefit with this before the weekend. So thanks for watching. Catch you soon.